Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another math lesson with Mr. Hopkins. Today we'll review Unit 4. This is our last review before our test. So if you have any questions, please reach out and ask. So the very first one, it says sketch a graph for the situation and tell whether it is a discrete or continuous graph. So a ball is dropped from a three-story window. So if you've got, let's draw this, a house here. That's a beautiful house. Yep. And you drop a ball. It's probably going to take a path similar to this. So this is your graph. So it looks like it just drops. If you drew it on axes right here, it would still look like that. Where you have height and you've got time. And since it is a graph that once I put my pen down, I draw the line until the end, that is called a continuous graph. Remember, a discrete graph is one in which only entails points. That would be a discrete graph there. So that is a continuous graph. Moving on. Express the relation as a table, a graph, and a mapping diagram. Okay, as a table, we have -1, 2. We have -2, 6, 5, 3, 1, 1, and -2, 4. As a graph, you plot the points. -1, 2, -2, 6, 5, 3, 1, 1, -2, 4. Excuse me. And as a mapping diagram. So your domain values go in the first bubble. So -1, -2. And they have to be in numerical order. So -2, -1, 1, and 5. We don't write them twice. So -2 appears twice, but we only write it once. And the range is the second bubble. So 2, 6, 3, 1, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And now I map them. So in this first ordered pair, -1 goes to 2. So I draw the line like this. -2 goes to 6. 5 goes to 3. 1 goes to 1. And -2 goes to 4. That's a mapping diagram. So state the domain. Domain is all the x values. So it's that bubble. So -2, -1, 1, and 5. State the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And is this a function? The answer is no. And that is because -2 right here goes to two different y values. -2 goes to 4, and it goes to 6. Okay, the barber charges $12 for a haircut. Write a rule. So remember, a rule is just an equation. I could say y equals $12 h. So he gets $12 for every haircut. So the independent is the x variable, in this case h. So the independent variable is number of haircuts. The dependent is your pay or cost or income, however you want to write that. Total amount made, how's that? Evaluating functions. So f of x equals -5x plus 9. find f of x when x equals 3. All I'm doing is substituting in 3 wherever I see an x. So f of 3 equals, well, negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Negative 15 plus 9 is negative 6. Find g of x when x equals negative 9. So in g of x, plug negative 9 in. Negative 9 squared is 81. 81 minus 9. For those of you who, please don't be too proud to use a calculator. Clear out what's in there. What do you think it is, guys? 81 minus 9. You guessed it, 72. Okay, moving on. Graphing. We have to have it in the form y equals mx plus b first. If we notice, y is already by itself, so this makes it easy on us. Turn your calculator on. Go to y equals, clear out what's in there again. 2 minus 3x. Go to my table. I like values. We start with negative 2 to 2. You don't have to use these ones. We can always add more later. But it's a good starting point. So let's see here. We have 8, 5, 2, negative 1, and negative 4. Perfect. So negative 2, 8 goes off my graph. It's up here. Negative 1, 5, 0, 2, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 4, and so on. So my graph looks like this. Y equals 2 minus 3x. Don't forget to label. And that's complete. Over here, let's go back into y equals. Clear out what's in there. It says y equals absolute value of x minus 1 and then plus 2. So let's see, where do I find that absolute value? Second 0. It's in the catalog. It's the first thing that pops up. ABS stands for absolute value in this case. Once I hit enter, my 2 bars appear. So we have x minus 1 inside the brackets. Arrow outside of it, so I can add the plus 2. Now go back into my table. Again, let's try. Oops, excuse me. Let me move this a second. Negative 2 to 2. And we also know that absolute value graphs should make a V. If yours doesn't make a V, we need to add a few more points. So let's just see what this looks like. Negative 2 to 2 is 5, 4, 3, 2. And then it goes up to 3, 4. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then if I added another one, it goes up to 4. Let's see here. Refer back to your table in the calculator if you have any questions. Then it goes back up this way. So if you want to look at the graph, turn your calculator back on, just hit graph. Okay, and mine does look like that. I like it. All right, so make sure you're looking the same. Y equals absolute value of x minus 1 plus 2. Okay, a couple quick questions left. 2. Which relation is not a function? Remember, to be not a function, that means an x repeats itself. So negative 1, 0, 5, 2, all the x's are different, so that is a function. And B, 4, 2, negative 3, 3, all x's are different again, still a function. Negative 1, 3, 2, 1, they're all different. So 4, 2, 3, 4. Right here, this x value repeats itself, so it's not a function. Okay, and slope. This is the same formula as the average rate of change. Remember, we have delta y over delta x. That stands for change in y over change in x. That's our slope formula. So we have an x and a y, x and a y. We're going to subtract the y's. That's what change in y means. So 4 minus 2. Since I'm subtracting this way, 4 minus 2, I have to subtract the same order with my x values. So 7 minus negative 5. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 7 minus negative 5. When I minus a negative, it's plus a positive. So that's over 12, and that reduces to 1 over 6. That is slope formula. All right, guys, I hope you found this review beneficial. If you have any questions, please reach out before the test. I won't be answering any questions on the test once it's distributed. Good luck.